I don't think people realize this, but the Backlash pay-per-view happens the following week. This week is the Greatest Royal Rumble. Next week is Backlash. So we really have no time gap between the two. And, WWE probably accidentally stepped in shit with this. They really stepped in shit for the fact that their pay-per-view, their regular pay-per-view, airs 1 week after this event. So they could immediately, as soon as they get at it, oh, thank God we're out of here. We got the money. They said, now we can focus on Backlash. So there is no time to breathe on television. Roman Reigns gets that title. He's immediately going to be challenged by Samoa Joe at Backlash. All right, for the title. They are facing a Backlash because the match was made before the Superstar Shakeup. Fine. I have no problem with that. But you see, with Backlash 1 week away, you could immediately, all right, look, Greatest Royal Rumble, it's over, it's done with, hey, that's fine, it's memories, and now we can focus on Backlash. And that's what's going to happen. So once this event's over on Friday, you got about, a day or two to have a little reprieve and, vent a little bit. But trust me, the way the fans are towards Roman Reigns and them not being thrilled about him possibly being heavyweight champion, that will divert a lot of the negative attention and press about the fact that they're in Saudi Arabia. And again, WWE really made a big error in the Backlash event because there is no mention of Brock Lesnar whatsoever. Now, don't get me wrong. If Brock Lesnar is not the champion heading into Backlash, he could, quote unquote, invoke his rematch clause, and at Backlash it might be a three-way. Might be Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar. Who knows? But all I could say right now is Backlash is a little more than a week away. This is the lineup so far. Miz versus Seth Rollins for the IC Championship. Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy, even though I don't know if it's been announced yet, but it looks like it's going to be taking place for the U.S. title. And sure, some of these matches may change with title changes at Greatest Royal Rumble. Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the women's title. For the SmackDown women's title, Charlotte versus Carmella. And I saw SmackDown yesterday. I'm surprised that a lot of people didn't pick up on this Botchamania move. I saw it immediately, and it is pretty funny if you watch it again in slow motion. But I don't know, today for some reason, everybody's still talking about Bayley not hugging that guy, or 20-something, I guess is a better way to put it. Nobody noticed it yesterday. And I'll mention this really quick. They had the contract signing between Carmella and Charlotte. They were in the ring, and there was a spot where Charlotte's sitting at the desk signing a contract. Carmella is talking trash, bends over, reaches over by Charlotte, and Charlotte grabs Carmella's head and, smashes it down into the table. Problem is, and this is something that you really have to think twice about when you're doing any type of physical segments, and Carmella didn't, I guess, realize it, and man, did it fucking it was Botchamania moment personified. Charlotte grabs Carmella's head to quote-unquote smash it into the table, and unfortunately, Charlotte grabbed Carmella's hat, and Carmella's hat went flying off her head. So what ends up happening on TV is Charlotte has Carmella's hat, and Carmella proceeds to smash her own head into the table. Now, that's the way the move is done anyway, but the fact that Charlotte grabbed the hat and didn't have a grip on Carmella's head, it's pretty fucking funny. Watch it in slow motion. It is funny. This should be the beginning of Botchamania, the next episode. It was that bad. It really was. Put it this way. As much as we criticize Sarah Logan's broken English, her southern accent, that we don't understand what the fuck she's saying, as bad as her promos are, this was worse. Anyway, Charlotte versus Carmella for the women's title. Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.